Hello everyone, welcome to Sayuna Mar with messages of nature and beyond. Today I wanted to make a video for twin flames. So even though everybody can listen if they feel they're being pulled towards listening to this video, because it's not only about twin flames, but in specific for twin flames, because many of the divine feminines are incredibly suffering right now. And even though divine masculines are suffering as well, though many of them are still unconscious about the reason. And today I want to give some more clarity, especially to the divine feminine who feels so hurt and rejected and she doesn't understand. And yeah, I want to bring in some clarity in some cases, which are not for everybody, of course. These are especially for the ones that are completely ignored by the divine masculine, have not had any contact at all, and have no idea what's going on. But meanwhile, they have had all of those real authentic twin flame experiences, the astral traveling, which can also be with a false twin flame, but then you had the telepathy, and your divine masculine is visiting you in energy in the fifth dimension. You are really connected and you feel the unconditional love from your divine masculine. So you really feel the love from your divine masculine towards you, and him embracing you, him caressing you, him being there, taking your hand, supporting you whenever you need it in the fifth dimensional reality, all right? This is a very important thing, because there are people who do feel in love, but it's about karmic situations, how they call it. Again, I don't like that name calling, but all right, I do it with that right now. So, or some soulmate relationship, or any relationship at all, or a false twin flame relationship. So the most important thing here is that you have had the stages of constantly thinking about that person. You cannot stop it, you cannot control it. And then the astral traveling, you really see yourself and experience yourself being somewhere else with your energy, like it is in the real form. And as well, you feel your beloved and you being together when you, for example, are laying or sleeping, and you remember your dream like so clear vision, and you have telepathy, you're speaking to each other all the time, and you cannot stop thinking about each other. But while you are merging more with your inner divine masculine and your inner divine feminine as one, the two really come one. You start to see your beloved everywhere, but most of all within yourself, when you become more peaceful and you do not feel the need to find out what they're doing and to hear anything from them at all, and you're just doing your own thing more and more and more, but you still feel the love constantly. The pain is caused because you have been giving so much energy out, and your divine masculine has taken that energy, and he did not give anything back. I'm speaking to those people who experienced these type of feelings and experiences, and I want to make very clear to all of you that you need to be clear if you are either a divine masculine or a divine feminine soul, because it has nothing to do in what body you are. That then I would speak about a male body or a female body. If I speak about the masculine and the feminine, I'm speaking about the soul. All right? And even though we all have the female and the male qualities within, and the divine and feminine qualities within, and masculine and feminine merging within ourselves as souls. We are also born being like, or created to be like a masculine or a feminine. And some are saying they are androgen, like both sexes, or have no sexes at all, and I don't know about that at this moment, okay? So I'm now talking, and this message is for the ones that are in a relationship with their twin flames in the fifth dimensional reality. They have spoken, seen, have pictures, they have met them, they have even had sacred lovemaking with them. But I think also that will only happen once you are really cleansed from all your past and in a permanent relationship. But still, I didn't know, because I'm not in a permanent relationship. I am a twin flame, and I've been on my twin flame journey since last year, beginning of last year, when my beloved divine masculine found me. So I understand a lot of things. And even though I do not feel the need to hear from my beloved all the time, not that I've heard about from him in the physical, but I mean, we were with telepathy speaking to each other. And although I do not feel the need to speak with him all the time, and I want to use my energy now for my life, for the things I need, because they have been lacking the energy and the activity that I would usually normally give to it. And yes, I'm speaking about the imbalance and the pain, because last night I was really drawn to a particular message, and then I usually read the comments, and then in those comments I see so much pain of those divine feminines, and I understand the pain because I've been through the pain as well. That you really don't understand, you don't know, and you don't understand why you must have the pain, and why, if you love someone so much and you know they love you, why in heaven's name are they hiding? Are they not coming towards you? Are they not talking to you, and all of that? I understand that. I really understand also how it feels, the pain. Even when you already have dealt and cleansed your own wounds of your past about abandonment and rejection and things like that, still it is very painful if you love someone so much to be separated. But that's where it's all about, the separation, because that's where it started. With twin flames especially, it started when the soul split in two, in either a feminine and a masculine part, and to go both on their own journeys, to both expand and complete their journey, and then come together as one and be fully realized in full conscious and awareness about who they are, and then through their sacred lovemaking merge with the god, goddess, divine source, creator, collective of, no, not the collective, the consciousness. So the most sacred experience that you can possibly have, which I didn't have in this physical body yet, so I don't know how to describe it exactly, because I think only once you really experience it, you can bring it perhaps into words, although I know our words are very limited. So, all right, I'm speaking about, in the beginning, there was the separation, and now everything is being drawn towards unity again, including the twin flames are being drawn into union. But the union does not always happen in the three-dimensional reality. The union is more meant to pull all of that you are out of the 3 and 4-dimensional timelines from all past lives and lifetimes. As you are a multi-dimensional being, you're pulling it out of the lower dimensions into the 5th-dimensional reality, where you like to anchor and have your full experience. So for me, I see this process as pulling all of that what is still in the 3rd-dimensional reality into the 5th-dimensional reality. And although many of you already understand it and are doing that from your side, you wonder why your masculine has so much resistance and is still so much in the present in the 3rd-dimensional reality and doesn't work on his woundings and his traumas. So that's where I want to speak about now. A lot has to do with the mother, if you speak about the masculines, all right? A lot has to do with the mother if they are in a male body. And if they're in a female body, it can still be with the mother. So, yes, in the Greek mythology, you have names for it. You call this mother to the sun complex Yokasta, and when it's the complex from the child, you call it Oedipus. Those are names of a story in the Greek mythology. The mother, she has an extreme controlling energy towards her son. She had herself an unfulfilled relationship with her husband. Either he was distant emotionally or physically, or sexually very weak, or maybe he moved away or passed away. So she had an unfulfilled relationship, or she felt unfulfilled. And this particular son, she can have more children, that she has that complex with, is usually either very pretty, so good looking, or he is an empath, so very sensitive towards her energies, and he wants to please her because he's sensitive whenever she's in a bad mood. He doesn't like it, and he wants the love, of course. So yes, and he knows what to do to receive the rewards, so her love, And also it can be that the mother is manipulating, blackmailing, she can be flirting, she can be seducing, and it can also be that the son is very intelligent. Anyway, the son has something that the mother can extra fill her ego with, show off with, and the son feels that, and every son, every child normally feels attraction, sexual attraction to their mother when they are growing up. And then when they are starting to have their adolescence into their manhood, it is disappearing as soon as they are usually reaching the age of 16, 17. It disappears totally. It's fading away, or they choose to not have that as their reality. So they usually develop a adversity, so resistance, like man that grows against even thinking about having sexual feelings for their mother. But when they are children, this is completely normal. But because they have these feelings already, which are very normal, and then the father is absent in either way or form, and the mother, she has the complex of needing more attention, feeling sexual unattractive, or needing reassurance, which she then wants from her son. And as well, she doesn't want anyone to take her son away. So she's controlling her son. She wants her son around her and only adoring her. So she makes him the love of her life, or the love of his life, actually, in a way. So it's a kind of very psychologically ill way of developing for that child. So now can you imagine when the young boy grows up, because usually these relationships are, although they are incestuous, how you say it, they are kind of a form of incest. They are usually asexual, so it doesn't mean that they have sex together. It usually only means it's about the sexual energy, the attention, the attraction, the devotion, and the control, that it's a mummy boy. It stays devoted to the mother. The child stays devoted to the mother. So when it finds new relationships, which usually it depends also in which country and culture you grow up, but usually the mother has then to agree, like giving permission. It could be consciously or unconsciously. She can make those comments like putting the girl completely down, which the boy is very sensitive for. So she will say, and it depends on her character. It can be that she has a very complex and false character, very jealous. So she will put those new girls completely down in any way, shape, or form. She will bring doubts in his head, in his mind, so he will know exactly which kind of girls his mother will approve, and usually then having relationships with them. But those relationships will always also be unfulfilling, because not only will he choose unconsciously a woman that looks like his mother physically, but also while he has a sexual relationship with that woman, he still will feel devoted to his mother and might even have sexual feelings still towards his mother that then he is projecting onto that woman, which will never be fulfilled because he's with another woman and not with his mother. So these things can be very deep and in a way very convulsing. It won't be something that many like to hear, but it's existing, and we are living in a time that everything comes to the light. The sun comes closer to the earth because the ozone layer is disappearing. Instead, we get a crystal layer. We receive a crystal layer because we do need ozone now. We need the radiation, so we have more ozone because oxygen is only being transformed by the radiation of the sunlight into ozone, and the ozone is helping us to our physical bodies to in this metamorphosis process. Yes, I know as I don't say that word correctly, but all right. So when you are changing and you are in this morphogenic field, then everything is also changing. The water element is changing, the air element is changing, the fire element is changing, and the earth element is changing. Now, what is your body actually made of? Your body is made of those exact four elements. The physical body and the earth body, Mother Earth, are all made out of fire, water, earth. And you can just divide that in minerals and metals, if you like, but earth and air. So, and those elements are divided in the masculine, which are the air and the fire, and the feminine, which are the water and the earth. So everything is changing, all right? So I already made a video especially about how we are breathing in the ozone and how our lungs are adapting to the new kind of oxygen, which is evolving, because we are evolving. Everything is like this alchemical process, which our bodies were made of carbon, and now it's changing into crystalline, like a diamond, which is the ultimate purified form of carbon. And so when I'm going back to where I was with the boy who is having those feelings of for the mother. Now, while we are healing this, the masculine energies, because of the air and the sun, is coming back within our bodies. There's coming more masculine, divine masculine energies literally back in our physicality, but also in our emotions and mentally, which are helping and giving support to all within us that have been missing the support of the divine masculine, and that can be in your bones, in your tendons and ligaments, in your teeth. And don't be afraid of your teeth falling out, because you will grow new teeth, and they will be completely different again. They will be more crystalline in another way, and more, you can have them much longer. It is not really normal that you would have a body which teeth will fall out or become bad after 30, 40 years. And then what? Having metal implants in your body? And then those negative beings just pulling at you and planting all kind of programs in you, and you're easily to be controlled, and you get all sorts of pains, and it is so completely unnatural for your body to have inside, even when your body is made to not reject it, fooled to not reject it. Anyways, I'm distracting myself probably a bit. There's so much to talk about. But yes, all of us, and including our lower bodies, our physical bodies or more dense bodies, which are now evolving and ascending into more lighter bodies, more crystalline, more diamond structure. So we will have the support of the masculine, all right, including in our physical body. And I'm speaking especially about the bones in the teeth and the ligaments and the tendons. So we stand up straight, taller, stronger. And then our emotional body is being strengthened by the masculine energy, the divine masculine energy, or the divine father. And so you will feel more courage to speak up. You will feel more power to go to those wounds like a warrior and go into the dungeons and slay the monsters, I want to say, because there are very beautiful, high-evolved dragons. I want to protect the dragons, and the dragons also have a lot of sexual and masculine energy within them. And yes, I believe that the ozone layer has also been the realm where they were flying through in and out dimensions. All right, so I noticed that I'm going very many times distracted. I just want to finish this part about the Yocasta complex or the Oedipus complex. So what is needed now? So not only the divine masculine or the divine father comes back into the physicality to empower, and in the emotional body to empower, which is a great support and a great force to transmute those negative and lower and stuck emotions back into the love, into the divine feminine, because the divine masculine isn't afraid of the divine feminine. And the divine feminine is not like the woman on the planet who has had all those traumas and been wounded and wounding. The divine feminine is the one who loves unconditional. And we all need the divine feminine within us, within our emotions, within our bodies, the body structures, to keep everything also soft where it needs to be soft. So the muscles that they relax, the heart muscles included, and yeah, the magnesium that is needed for so many things in your body, including your nervous system and so many processes. So, but also the masculinity, the divine masculine is coming back into the astral, etheric, and causal and spiritual body, because will fulfill your entire being, and it will be in unison with the divine feminine, the divine mother, the unconditional love energy. As I said before, the masculine energy is the energy of light, and that is the higher information, the consciousness, and the feminine energy is love, the unconditional love, and to give birth to all the forms in the physicality, in existence, to the formlessness, to the formlessness. Wow, words. God, I wish I could just sing a song, improvise, jam a little bit, but all right, we'll get through this message. So what can happen more is that the son who is feeling trapped, unconsciously trapped in this relation with his mother, who will manipulate and reach out with jealousy to anyone that he connects with on a deeper level, such as the divine feminine, his twin flame, with more tricks and more jealousy. And it can even happen they will use black magic or spells and curses and any negativity. The feminine will feel it, because it goes not only directly to the feminine, also through the divine masculine. And I want to speak about possession, because the females that are not healed yet, those mothers that are not healed yet, that are wounded themselves, who are wounded themselves and feeling incomplete and lack of the love of the divine father and the divine mother, they are being possessed by the negativity, by the dark ones, by the entities. I don't like name calling at this moment, so yes, you know where I'm talking about. And they will be possessed, and through them the sons will be possessed, and then the sons can possess the divine feminine, because you are one. So the wounding goes into the divine feminine, even when she has already done so much work on herself and is so tired of everything. So now there's needed divine intervention. And also the divine masculine has an ally in his life. Always he will have somebody or something in his life, but usually it will be a human being in a physical form, but it can also be a human being who he has known or has connected with, or through his family bloodline is connected with, who already passed away. But there will be another male within the family, usually in the family line of the father, who is calm, who is a good man, who has a good heart, and they are usually very peaceful, and they know what's going on very well, and they observe, and they will step in when they see that, and when they are pushed by the divine intervention, because the divine will support this divine masculine to change and be in this higher frequencies and in the union with his divine feminine. So then universe will use one of the allies to speak through to the divine feminine. So if you are open, you will probably either be called up in the physicality, or either telepathically they will visit you or talk to you and explain you and apologize to you what's going on. And they can also help the divine masculine to get out of it, because they can take literally the divine masculine out of it. And also what is going on, that for all the children, especially the very young ones, the innocent ones, the helpless ones that they cannot fend for themselves yet, there will be a point that they will be taken away from parents who are still not capable of taking care of them in a good way. And then once those parents are completely healed, when they are in the fifth dimensional reality, it might happen that they can reunion with their children again. But it cannot keep going on. Everything and everyone needs to be healed, and then the new children being born from those healed divine feminine and masculines, they will not harm and hurt and continue this wounding. The wounding is ending. Everything is changing into love. Everything needs to be healed back into love, including the masculine that is feeling trapped in such a relation. But because he is deeply hidden secretly in love with his divine feminine, what he needs to keep hidden from his mother, and also sometimes he's even completely denying that he's feeling those feelings for his divine feminine, no matter how strong they are, because he feels comfortable in the trap or in the relationship he has with his mother. And then going to those girls, karmics you can call them, where he has unfulfilling relationship with, so he can still feel he can still express his sexual energy with them, and then at the same time still have the appreciation and the attention from his mother, and she from him. So like all are kind of content, it looks like, but of course not. It is a deep suffering, because at soul level the male, the masculine, will feel what's going on and will feel that there is a deeper love, and that it is his destiny, that his soul has always yearning for this, and has called it into his reality and experience by desire. Because through desire we come closer. Through desire we pull each other towards that what is always meant to be, the divine. We pull ourselves towards the divine through desire and to our one. And we are merging with our one through desire. And then through our desire and through our merging, we are merging with the one source, the creator, the consciousness. Yes, the universe, everything that is. So we are pulling towards the oneness, the unity, and those unfulfilling, mentally ill, psychologically ill relationships will dissolve. And the feminine, what she can do, because she often comes out of families where she has had a similar relationship with her father, although she doesn't have to have a father which she felt attracted towards, but she could have a father that felt sexually attracted towards her, or she might even have been abused. But in any way, she must have had experiences that she can deeply have compassion for her divine masculine and a kind of understanding. And she needs also to send forgiveness to the divine feminine in general, and also to the mother of her divine masculine, because she is deeply wounded as well, and all who are deeply wounded cannot be expected to raise another being, another child, into being completely whole. Yes. So we all have our responsibility. It is our responsibility. So we are not reacting. We are responsibility takers. So we take our responsibility, all right? We have the ability to respond and we do it. We take action. We take healthy actions. We are growing the awareness. The consciousness is evolving. The divine masculine, the divine father, which is the consciousness, is increasing within us. And so our bodies are changing to be able to hold this consciousness, this very high vibrational energy. And so, yes, we are forming into these crystalline diamond body structures, including all our elements are changing. We are becoming the collective citizens, and slowly we are evolving into the, slowly we are anchoring ourselves in the fifth dimension until all of us is there. So divine masculine, if you hear these messages, for who resonates with these messages, don't hide. And don't be ashamed, just be in full awareness and understanding, because the only thing you need to heal is acceptance. Acceptance, and to let in the love, the real, true, divine, unconditional love of the divine Father that you have missed. And then the divine Father can also heal the divine mother, your mother. And so you can let her go because you know she's being loved and she has the attention she needs.